are. Sorry. We're at the beach. We're at the beach in California, and I am about to make a little dinner. It's something that I made earlier today. Here we go. I'm having it again for dinner. Let's just take a moment and see the sunset. Is anybody here? You might not remember me. Just kidding. You can remember me. I'm on my Jupiter line in California, Jupiter rising up and down the coast. And let me tell you, astrogeography does make a difference. I am Jupiter rising, which means I'm joyful, faithful, optimistic. And in Sedona, I have a bit of Jupiter rising, but it is mostly a crossing of Chiron midheaven, which Chiron pokes you. It pokes you and it makes you question things in the area of your career when it's a midheaven line. And then it's crossing Sun descending, which is beautiful, open-hearted, fun in relationship. So here we are. It took me a minute. I have been on such a journey. I just can't even tell you what has transpired over the past number of days, but perhaps I can tell you. But why don't we, this seems like a nice view to make. Hey, Rocky Wright. I'm having a lemon ginger shot, and I am experiencing all the blessings that Jupiter has to offer. When things got really weird, very weird, and very confusing, and I was very tired, and I feel like I just went through the mill and back again. I got here and everything just got better and better, as you can see. I'm not in Scottsdale. I am in Venice Beach, California, having a lemon ginger shot from Juice de Grosser, which is one of my favorite places. This is insane, right? But I went through heck and back. And when that happens, when I'm in it, really in it, I don't make videos. It's stunning. It's beautiful. I've been blessed. And Jupiter. Astrogeography, this was the line that changed my life. Years ago, many years ago, when I visited California from Florida, I said to my astrologer, why do I feel so happy and so pretty and so creative in California? And she said, that's because you're on a Jupiter line. And I'm like, what's that? What does that mean? Astrocartography. Oh, she said, California and India, those are my best places. And 20 years later, I was like, wait a minute. I want to understand how to look it up. I want to understand astrogeography and how to find out where else in the world, ... So I now help people with where to be and what to do. I'm a life direction person who helps people figure out what to do next, where to be, for what you need. Thank you, Lisa. How can you not want to enjoy this kind of energy? I don't even know. It's just soothes my soul, being by the ocean, being on my Jupiter line. So I moved to California from Florida, and it changed my life. And I moved to Sedona, and it changed my life. And every time I come back to California, thank you for the thumbs up, I feel this energy. Can you talk about how we can connect with our Jupiter line if it's in the middle of the ocean? Is there anywhere, there should be 4 Jupiter lines. So when you're on a Jupiter line, you're swimming in Jupiter energy, you project it out to the world. And I made a course on this because I studied with someone and I figured out how to do it, and I figured out how to teach you how to do it simply. So Intro to Astrogeography should be linked below. If it's not, email hello@DARA'S.com. So there's 4 Jupiter lines. So I imagine one of them must be somewhere. So what I tell you is if it is not in a place that you would ever go to, visit, travel, you can do what I call armchair astrogeo travel, which is basically going there without going there. You're going there online, looking at the topography, looking at real estate, looking at Airbnbs, looking at juice places, looking at people who are doing things that interest you, listening to the music, eating the food, making a friend there, a pen pal, a Zoom pal, and going there by putting yourself in that energy, wearing the clothes, having fabric from there, having a crystal from the place. If it's in the water, that's not much you can do, but maybe somewhere there's land where you have one of the 4 lines, okay? So, but there's other benefics. There's the sun, there's Venus, there's Mercury, Uranus can be fun and exciting. It depends what you need. So I cross-reference the chart. When I look up your chart, I look at your natal chart, I see what your soul needs and wants, and I look at what you need, I listen to what you need at any given time. So the Intro to Astrogeography course is a must-do, so you can look at yours and the people you love and see if, in fact, you are swimming in energy that is not good for you. Does it mean you have to move? Maybe. Does it mean that you need to incorporate other places by armchair astrogeo traveling or traveling to? When you travel to a place that has an excellent line for you, you change. You're swimming in different energies. So you, in fact, experience yourself from a completely different vantage point, and you know that you exist in that way, and that stays with you wherever you go. Hi, Lovey. Hi, Jennifer B. Is that Jen B with Claire? Is that, astrogeography makes a difference. That's all I'm saying. I've lived it. I know it to be true. I've been on a crossing. Hey, it's so nice to see you. I wanted to send you some songs, and I sent them to a wrong Jen. And one of the songs I was listening to that was so moving was Holy Mother with Eric Clapton and Luciano Pavarotti. It was so beautiful. So anyway, yeah, I guess I sent this whole long message to the wrong Jen, and I was like, maybe I wasn't supposed to message that to Jen. But that song is just so moving. And that's the kind of mood I was in, like a please, somebody help me. And on my Jupiter line, as you can see, I figured out, it got figured out for me. I was really almost like, I felt like I was in despair and I needed relief from despair, and the word is respair. I needed respair, and I'm getting respite and rest, and tomorrow I go on a journey. Part of the problem was that I left Sedona, and I say I fled Sedona because Sedona, when you're there, doesn't always let you go. It's like hard to break the barrier. And I left at 7 o'clock at night, and I realized halfway in that I was too tired to drive the whole way. So I boondocked at 11 o'clock at night it was like 12, it was like 95 degrees in the desert, no one was around, and I ran the AC, and it ran the battery system down to 0, and I didn't realize that in the heat, it would in fact shut down and not power up with a high idle, not power up with being plugged in. So tomorrow I go to San Diego to La Mesa RV to Monday. So tomorrow I'm gonna go to San Diego, stay overnight, and Monday I drop off Annie B, and they may have her for 5 days, and I have a place to stay. I have been in the weirdest, hardest, most exhausting. I mean, I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go see this wizard man in Bakersfield. I've driven through Bakersfield. It's never been a destination. He wanted to see me early because it gets really hot there. It was hot by 7:30 by the time I got there. And he was looking around, and then he's like, I can't find the battery pack's underneath the van. I can't get to it. I don't have a lift. So I did 5 hours of driving it was a fail. And I ended up at Dr. Sedegi's, where I was like super cranky. I got all kinds of like the EECT machine shaking my body, and IV, and by the time I wanted to sleep in his parking lot, but it was like 100 degrees. So I got back to my alley in my van, fell asleep for 2 hours, and did not know where I was gonna sleep because I rented out all my places. Hey, sweets. So then I was just like, I can't move. I'm in a ball in the alley in my van, like, I'll just sleep here with no electricity. It's fine, I can't move. And then this happened. So, but I needed a few days of rest and respair. Yeah, I'm sorry that you're there. I hope that you get all the energy and support that you need. I did, and I'm so very grateful, and I am on the other side of it, but it was not easy. Everything that could go wrong was going wrong, and I felt like I effed up. But in the end, yeah, no, it was a lot. Like because I rented out all my places, and I was like, no problem, I'll stay with Jada for a couple nights, but she's a dog and I'm allergic, but I love the dog. And then I was like, I expected to be cruising up the coast in Vanny B. And then her whole cabin battery died. The truck works, the Dodge Rampart, but no refrigerator. It leaked all over the floor, it defrosted. It was just like, how am I staying in Vanny B? And I've basically made myself homeless. And I was too tired to think about the logistics of where I was bringing the van, who accepts the warranty. I was just like, when you're so tired and you have so many decisions to make, but you're driving and you can't function thinking that you're gonna call all the different places, and I was just like, I give up. It was one of those moments. But then, thank you, Nidra. But then, thank you, Suze. I figured it out. The prayers, I was like praying to my mom. I was like, Mom, this is just so bad. And then it got figured out. So we're gonna make what I had today, Persian cucumber. This is not unusual for me. Persian cucumber, avocado, lime juice, a little bit of hummus, and sprinkled herbed salt, which is gorgeous. So that's gonna be my dinner. My dessert can be peaches, figs. I have lots of peaches. I might add some tomatoes. So let's get the cutting board, if there's an easy cutting board. Thank you, thank you. No, it was an ordeal, to say the least, and I was tired and overworked and confused. I'll be right back. So we are gonna have the avocado, the lime, the salt, the tomatoes, and all we have to find is a cutting board. Let's see. Cutting board. No. I'm in a different kitchen. Not my kitchen. Oh, there we go. Voila. I'm gonna get a knife and be with you right away. We did it. And I need a bowl. I'll be right there. Let's get a bowl. I think Humble Ceramics is no longer, but this is so sturdy and so beautiful. So we have a cutting board. I suppose I should rinse, hold on. So does anybody know business card sites? I saw these really cute business cards on moo.com, and they're teeny and with rounded corners, and I was designing some for a friend, and it was not that easy. It was easy, but there weren't that many, unless I need to learn the site more. It was kind of a little bit tricky and a little bit restricting, but I managed to get calling cards. Like, if you're out and about, it's nice to give someone your Instagram, but it's also nice to offer them a little calling card. I'm not a fan of big business cards, unless it's like, I don't know, I just like the term calling card. Like, here, you can get in touch with me. Like, it's a gift. Like, here, you have access to me. When you meet someone in person, and if you like them, that's a great thing to do. So they can contact you for, good evening, Toscana. Oh, I'm on the other side of the ordeal. Thank you. It was like so not fun. Like the unfunnest, hottest, yuckiest, confusing, unfun. So it got to the point people are like, are you okay? Like I was getting messages. You're right over there? Because everyone's so used to me showing up. It was not easy. Yes, I think Canva, I wonder if they offer the mini versions, because I really like the mini cards. I love rounded corners, and my friend wanted cream and black, so I go through the whole thing of designing it, which was a bit challenging, and then I get to the end, and the colors were not satisfactory, although we picked a pale lavender, beautiful lilac color. I'm hoping it's all big enough words and legible, but you know, 100 cards, you hand them out, and doesn't have to stay static. You can pick a new design, but maybe I'll try Canva because I want to design some for myself. Normally I'd add coconut yogurt, dill, and garlic, but we're working with what we have. So it's gonna be lime juice and a little hummus. We could do lime juice and olive oil and salt. This is a very dull knife. I know there's sharp knives in this place. Chefs don't like working with dull knives. Let me go look. Hi, sweets, all of you. I'm back. Let's see what we got. Ah. I'm gonna guess these are sharp. I'm gonna guess we got sharp knives. And then I'm just gonna watch a movie and peace out. I've been having so much fun with Jada and friends. Yeah, this is sharp. Ah, I love a sharp knife. And I'll watch something. Looks yummy. It's almost midnight here. I'll go to bed. I'll go before I turn in to a pumpkin. Buona notte. A calling card. My mom said everyone should have a calling card. You meet someone nice. And I mean, that was before Instagram. But still, it's personal. It's not like, hey, find me on Instagram. These are lovely. These are, I've been buying fruits and vegetables at Juice to Grocer. And there's something about these hand-picked, you know that their figs taste like figs and they're sweet. You know their tomatoes taste like tomatoes. You know that they're only selling the finest Persian cucumbers and avocados, and the hummus from there is insane. Za'atar. Za'atar hummus. So this is a party. This is Dara food. This is proper Dara food. Aw, you guys are so sweet to talk amongst yourselves. So I think that's good. And then I'll add avocado. I have a lemon ginger shot right here. Whew. I've been having so much love and fun with my daughter and her people. And I got to see this couple that I love who's staying at my upstairs Airbnb. I just did it. I was like, I left Sedona because they have to redo the floors. Like they're kicking up the tile, right? So the floors are a thing. Plus I had lived for a month in cancer season with severe, you know, remediation from a flood. And it was wearing, it was hot, it was unfun. I need a spoon and a fork. Hold, please. Lemon ginger shot is so good. And from sleeping in the alley, in my van to like this luxury, that's just Jupiter rising, the astrogeography. So if you're living, you know, people, it's really the first thing that you need to look at if you're having a hard time, because you could be swimming in energy that's just hard. And I teach you ways to actionably alter it, but you got to know, because you could be doing all the right things, eating healthy food and trying, and it just feels like quicksand or hard work or karma. And if you're on a Saturn or Pluto line, you get a virtual hug from me. And I'm using this gorgeous salt from, it's Za'atar salt from Juice to Grocer. It's absolutely flaky and beautiful. Years ago, I moved to my Jupiter line, and everything was great, great, great until it wasn't. And I was like, what's happening? This is my heart's happy home. How could there be any troubles here? Like what? And I heard about something called cyclocartography. It's much like the transits, like your natal chart's your natal chart, but in any given moment, Saturn's transiting. When Saturn was in my 4th house of home, I had so many problems with the city coming down on me that things that were unpermitted from like 1928, they were picking on. It was 3.5 years, thousands and thousands of dollars, city meetings, hired a consultant to handle it. I mean, people lost their homes over that kind of inspection. They couldn't afford to do the changes, and it was heck. And I remember thinking, oh my God, this is awful. This is my heart's happy home. And I learned about that just like there's transits in your natal chart, there's transits for your astrogeography, that any given point in time, a strong wind of something malefic could be running through. And I thought I want to learn cyclocartography, but first I better learn how to do astrocartography, which I named astrogeography. And then I was like, oh, now that I know how to do it, I have to teach it because people need to know. And that hard time on my heart's happy home on my Jupiter line is what led me to learn and to teach many, so that you can look yours up. But if you're living on a hard line, you deserve to know. You need to know. When you're in a different home and you hear noises, you're like, what's that noise? I feel like I'm in a hotel lobby. This home is like magnificent. So I feel like everyone needs to know their astrogeography. And at that particular time, I've told this story before, but story time is great. It's nighttime with Dara. And I remember thinking, oh my God, this is so bad. Like I felt so downtrodden and like depressed about it. And then I heard my mom, she used to say, bad things happen to people, Dara, this isn't one of them. Like bad things, like bad things. This is just hard. And then I thought, I know, Mom. I was like speaking to heaven, like, I know, Mom, but I know you say that, but this feels really, really bad. It wouldn't stop. It was like relentless. And it hit me in my area of home, Saturn transiting the 4th house of home. And then I thought of, then all of a sudden I look over and I'm on my corner in Venice, the corner of everywhere and everywhere. And I look down and there's a man on a skateboard with no arms and no legs, somehow moving forward on the skateboard. And I was like, oh my God, what she used to say to me when I was growing up was like, you have your arms and your legs, Dara. Some people don't have their arms and legs. And I was like, whoa, she was speaking to me, like, get a grip on yourself. And of course I did, but that's how I know she's communicating with me, because she has. So I remind myself, bad things happen, knock on cutting board wood, health, everybody's okay, but it just has been relentless this year. Isn't this avocado gorgeous? So this is dinner, like fresh lime juice, vitamin C, zestiness, brightness. I'm zesty and bright because you are what you eat. Remember Herbie always said that? Herbie's with me, I carry around his picture. Then I have these tomatoes that taste like tomatoes, and I have Persian cucumber. So it's colorful, juicy, zesty, salty, spicy, and a bit crunchy, but above all, it's live. So if you are what you eat, babies, I'm gonna have some very wise words from sweet Beverly, who I was praying to while I was lying in my alley in this van thinking, can I sleep here in the alley at night with no lights and just let me go to sleep? And no, the answer was no. Gorgeous hummus, a dollop, crazy, it's not raw, but it's divine. This is all, the rest is raw. So that's the beautiful dinner. I'm gonna watch some movie. I'm gonna pack my bag for tomorrow. I'm going to go to San Diego for a night. I actually, believe it or not, like Jada's friend, her good friend was like, I'm gonna book you the train ticket from San Diego to, and he told me the train and blah, 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 which to book, and I booked it. Then his brother was like, Dara, I'm gonna be in San Diego on Monday, I can pick you up. One said he would pick me up at downtown LA when I took the train, and the other one was like, I'm gonna be in San Diego. So that's Jupiter. It's a beautiful meal, loves. I'm gonna put some more salt, because why not? This is a party. I'm actually going to be at a hotel tomorrow. I haven't picked it yet, but I will do so tonight. Cheers. It's been a while. I don't know how long since I showed up, but I'm glad to be back. Sending optimism, joy, and faith from my Jupiter line. It took a minute. Sometimes when you're going through a tough time and you're coming from somewhere else with non-Jupiter energy, it takes like a minute. We're on the beach. It takes a minute, sometimes it takes a minute to let go of whatever has glommed on or whatever you've been through before you feel the full effects of the Jupiter, and I am feeling it. So look up your astrogeography, it makes a difference. Find out where it's good and just watch movies, documentaries, listen to music, get something from that place, make yourself feel like you're there. Guaranteed there's one benefic line somewhere in the world that you can get into. Doesn't this look delicious? I mean, here we go. Let's have a bite. Dip a little hummus, a little avocado, a little tomato. Bon appetit. Look at that tomato. I mean, that's just, Oh, hi, Honest Reflections, Mohani. Hi, honey. Wow. Oh, geez, in the house. So, I had the most pleasant Uber driver today. He was like, I love your hair. I was like, thank you. And then we were talking, and I told him, he was like, well, we can hang. I was like, I'm 57. He's like, no, you're not. And he's like, I'm 28. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm like 100 years older than you. He's like, but that won't prevent us from having a glass of wine. Though he basically told me the world needs me. He's like, you can't, he's like, you gotta open up. You gotta share what you have. Your energy is so great. I don't have parsley senior, but I would love that. I would love cilantro. And this is the party. But I've been going out and I ate this beet salad and like some kind of waffle cone, and it was not quite, like nothing's ever as clean as when you make it at home with organic fruits and veggies. I'm gonna have, even if cut up peach with a sprinkle of salt. Coconut yogurt is great. If you eat sheep's milk yogurt or whatever yogurt, you can make yourself a creamy dessert. That's it. I wanted to say hey and be here with you guys because it was a little bit. I don't know how long it's been, but it was a little bit. So I think that's it for now. Actually, I'm gonna go outside and eat because it's fresh ocean air. That's what I'm gonna do. So I love you guys, and I'm gonna see you super soon, and we're back in Venice. Big hugs. Yep, the world needs you. I need you. Would you be open to doing a reading for you? I do readings, honey. Yes, I would. You can book them on my site. If you need special consideration, let me know. For my YouTube peeps, Jessica, Conga Mama, Toscana. Have such a great night, you guys. Bon appetit. I will see you soon. Bye. Hey, Kali.